may loophole sa ating mga sistema sa gobyerno kaya nakakalusot at nagkakaroon tayong ganitong klase problema. Medyo lilis lang ko ng konti. One of the reasons why we're here really is to find out bakit maraming mga Chinese nationals agad-agad nagiging Filipino citizen at siyempre na-establish natin yan. Ang tanong ko ngayon, every single year, sorry Madam Chair, medyo lilis lang ko ng konti, nakakahuli ang immigration na mga Chinese nationals gumagamit ng passport na obtained fraudulently. Anong ginagawa nyo doon? At bakit wala pa rin nakukulong ng mga taga-PSA, mga taga-local civil register na kung saan doon nagkumpisa lahat? Bakit? Kasi kung hindi, kahit mag-hearing tayo ng ganito every week or every month, tuloy-tuloy pa rin yung operation ng mga sindikato. We have to put a stop right here, right now. Why? What happened to those Chinese nationals na nahuli? Paano yung prinosis yun? Bakit hindi nyo pinasa sa NBI? Para yung NBI imbestigahan at kalawitin yung mga taga-PSA na yan at yung mga taga-local civil register na yan na sangkot sa sindikato.
Commissioner Tansinko, briefly please.
Thank you, Your Honor. The individuals, the foreign nationals who are using fraudulently acquired Philippine passports, and on March 6, 2024, we have submitted the lists and the background of these cases to the Blue Ribbon Committee. And we likewise submitted this as early as November 28, 2023, as well as to the National Bureau of Investigation on November 21, 2023.
I'm sorry, sir. Let me interrupt. Hindi mo ata naintindihan yung tanong ko. Pero I'm giving credit to the immigration at palagi kayo nakaka-intercept ng mga Chinese nationals gumagamit ng fraudulently obtained Philippine passport. Ang tanong ko, ano nangyari po sa mga kasong iyon? O alam ko po nakapag-submit kayo sa Senate, sa Blue Ribbon, sa NBI. Ano nangyari sa mga Chinese nationals na yon? At yung po ba ay na-process sila at na-imbestigahan kung bakit sila nakakaroon ng passport at sino yung mga in cahoots with them? Those kind of things.
As far as
Kasi sir, as far as 2000, year 2000, nakakahuli na kayo in fairness to your credit sa immigration. From 2000, Madam Chair, up to the present, every single year, nakakahuli kayo, nakaka-intercept kayo. Anong ginagawa nyo sa mga nahuli nyo? Na-imbestigahan nyo na ba yun para malaman kung sino makasabat nila sa PSA, sa Civil Register's Office, Local Civil Register's Office? Yun po yung ibig sabihin.
Commissioner, dahil sinabi na rin naman ni Chair Rafi na ibang paksa ito, please answer briefly and then submit comprehensively in writing para makadako na po tayo sa pagtatanong sa PNP.
Yes, Your Honor. Itong mga tao na to ngayon ay nasa Bikutan, sa holding area natin. We have already issued the deportation orders against them, but we defer the deportation pending the result of the investigations by the NBI, the Senate, and the Department of Foreign
Pero
Affairs.
sir, wala ho ba kayo na-identify man lang nakasabat nila sa PSA or sa local civil register kung saan nanggaling yung pag-i-issue ng Philippine birth certificate nila? Kasi every year ho, di ba, since 2000, every year nakakahuli, nakakaharang immigration. So 24 years na, wala pa rin na nakakasuhan o nakukonvict na taga-PSA, taga-local civil register na doon nanggagaling yung lahat ng kabalastugan pinag-usapan natin ngayon.
Commissioner, please
Yes, ma'am.
wrap up your brief answer to this question and submit the comprehensive answer in writing. And then, babalik po kami sa PNP.
Pero, Madam Chair,
We will do,
I'm
Your
really interested, Madam Chair, kasi this is the reason why we're all here. Kasi kung hindi natin pag-usapan talaga ito, every year or every month, dito ulit tayo at pag-uusapan ulit natin, may nakalusot na naman ng high-profile personality. Paano yung mga low-profile? Paano yung mga sindikato na sa PSA, na local civil register na tuloy-tuloy pa rin ang pag-produce ng mga birth certificate, Philippine birth certificate? It has to stop. And by that, dapat by now, na pinpoint na natin kung sino makasabat na yon o yung mga nag-issue, kung saan nakakuha ng Filipino birth certificate ang mga itong mga GOO siblings. Bakit hindi pa natin nakakalawit yun?
The Chair shares the concern of Chair Rafi. Gusto ko lang balikan pagkatapos ng mga tanong ng Chair, yung order ng questioning, Sen. Sherwin, Chair Rafi, SP Pro Tem Jinggoy, Sen. Joel, and to focus dun sa paksa natin ng ating pagdinig, which is yung pagtakas ni na Alice Go sa Pilipinas sa kabila ng maraming prosesong sinasagawa ng mga ahensya. So please, Commissioner, one last brief answer to this question, and you are requested to submit in writing the comprehensive answers to this question, and then babalikan na po natin ang PNP.
Thank you, Your Honor. We will submit the comprehensive report. As a short answer, Your Honor, these foreign nationals, wala po silang alam kung sino nagproseso ng papel nila. So, in effect, may nagpro-process na sindikato for them.
Salamat, Commissioner. So, yung sindikato, malamang may posibleng at dapat itanong kung may presensya din sa loob mismo ng bureau ninyo bukod sa local civil register. So the committee will await for Chair Rafi and all the members yung comprehensive answer ninyo. And in any case, the Committee on Women, hindi po itong Subcommittee on Justice and Human Rights, the Committee on Women will continue its hearings, which may be a better venue para mapatuloy namin itanong itong mga tanong tungkol dito sa PSA at saka LCRs. So, madako naman kay Police Brigadier General Salvador. Sir, ano po yung teorya, yung nabuong kwento na ng PNP kung paano nakatakas sina Alice Go sa Pilipinas? And you might also want to address a disturbing point mentioned by, I believe it was PAOK, na may 4 na PNP na nagbabantay dun sa Eman Pulo resort doon po sa Kabangan. But your theory first, General.
Madam Chair, I stand corrected.
SP
Eman Pulo is
Pro Tem.
not in Kabangan, it's in San Antonio, Zambales.
All right, so we correct the record. San Antonio ang location ng Eman Pulo. General Salvador.
Mr. Chair and Your Honors, on the first question, Your Honors, on the aspect of theoretical reports, as of this time, we do not have official. As we believe on this perspective, we somehow do not subscribe to these theories as it requires validation of debriefing reports, not only with the subject persons, but somehow, given the circumstances, Your Honor, with our geographical setup, I would like to assert with respect to the point of the Coast Guard, and given our experiences, yun pong talagang the common theory that we use as the backdoor. On the perspective siguro po in aid of legislation, I believe yung mga private resorts po can also be somehow later on subjected to inspection, and all those water vessels or watercraft can be subjected to registration. Because sa aming pong karanasan, I was once assigned in Mindanao, talagang napaka-simple at napakadali lang po. You can just, hire even a small vessel, go to private resorts, or not even private resorts, just a certain coastline will do. So yun po, Your Honor, I believe that somehow will provide insights about this hearing. And on the second question, Your Honor, we will have to get report from the PAOK for us to be able to investigate this, Your Honor. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, General Salvador. Please do, dun sa second point. Pero dun sa una, I would be surprised po kung wala kayong mas matibay na teorya na by this time, dahil kayo po yung unang ahensya ng gobyerno, August 14 pa lamang, sabi ninyo na nakakuha ng information na ito at kaagad-agad, kinabukasan, ipinasa nyo na po sa BI. So, you mentioned private resorts at saka water vessels. Ibig po bang sabihin sa binubuo ninyong teorya, mainit ang mata nyo halimbawa dun sa Eman Pulo? And what about yung vessel na sinabi ni Miss Sheila sinakyan nila? Meron na ba kayong nasisimulang i-identify na particular water vessels?
Those are subject of investigation, Your Honor, kasi alam po naman natin pag pribado, very restrictive yung normally mga official mandate ng gobyerno. It requires substantial evidence or even a probable cause for us to be able to secure warrants, for us to be able to search these premises. No, that's why when we talk about private resorts or private vessels, talagang medyo mahirap po. And as going back doon po sa sinasabing theories, we prepare kasi po yung tinatawag nating validated reports. If it will remain as information report, this will bear no weight when we talk about, getting some theories, Your Honor.
Madam Chair, if I may
Yes, Sen. Joel.
just
bago
follow up
bumalik ka ng
on
PNP.
what our resource person, General Salvador, is saying, because when you talk about areas that you are looking at, for example, in this case, di ba, wag na tayong lumayo sa binanggit sa atin ni Miss Sheila Go, galing sila sa farm eh. So, yung farm, hindi pa po ba yun enough? We don't have enough reason para bantayan yung farm. Hindi pa ba enough na alam natin na pinaghahanap itong si Alice Go? Meron tayong nagbabantay dun sa farm? Na lahat ng tao yata sa Pilipinas alam na yung word na sa farm ako lumaki. So, hindi pa ba natin babantayan yun? So, dun lang, Madam Chair, medyo I'm alarmed because I feel sorry, and it's really hard, no, to as our Coast Guard were saying, we have 7,000 plus islands na hindi mo naman talaga mababantayan, no, very porous, etc. But there are cases na, di ba, alam na natin eh, yung Tawi-Tawi, yung Sulu, yung Zamboanga, alam na natin yan, matagal na yan. For decades, binabantayan na talaga yan. But itong case na po na ito, no, nung binabanggit po kasi ni Ms. Sheila Go, Madam Chair, na galing sila sa farm, magkakasama silang tatlo, umalis sila ng van ng gabi, umalis sila patungong Pantalan, and wala talagang nakabantay. Hindi pa ba casing yun, yung lugar niyo? I'm not good in this. This is not my expertise, but I'm just a bit alarmed and concerned na these are things na, I'm sorry to say, but common sense, Madam Chair, na ito yung farm eh. Hindi ba babantayan talaga natin yun? Aalamin natin kung ano yung mga nangyayari po doon. So, yun lang siguro, General Salvador, yung binabanggit namin kanina, how you process your information. We all agree with you that information should be validated. It has to be validated. Otherwise, it's just a mere chismis o kwentong kung kani-kanino, no? Magiging valid lang yan. Magiging important lang yung information na yan if it's validated. So, that's why the committee is asking, let's find out how do you validate? How do you gather information? Kasi yun yung importante sa amin as legislators. We wanted to find out how we could be of help if there's anything we can do in so far as legislation is concerned. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Madam Chair, if I may.
Salamat, Sen. Joel. Yes, SP Pro Temp, bago ko
Thank you,
balikan ang PNP.
Madam Chair. I agree with the observation made by our colleague here, Senator Joel. Kasi nung first hearing, first or second hearing, inamin naman ni Alice Go na nakatira siya sa farm. Farm, doon siya lumaki sa farm. Alright? At ang sabi ngayon ni Sheila, galing sila sa farm, papunta rin sa Pantalan. Bakit in the first place, kung talagang gusto nyong hanapin si Alice Go, I'm asking this to the police, sa PNP, bakit hindi nyo kinasing? Bakit hindi na ninyo pinuntahan sa farm? Kung ano man yung farm na yun, bakit hindi nyo kagad pinuntahan? Baka sakaling nandun si Alice Go.
General Salvador.
Actually po, yung siguro statement ni Madam na galing sila sa farm or bahay, we cannot really be sure kung talagang
Assuming hindi siya, assuming wala tayong tiwala doon sa sinabi niya galing sila sa farm, di dapat right there and then, nung sinabi ni Alice Go na pinaghahanap na natin si Alice Go, dapat kinasing nyo na yung farm na sinasabi ni kung saan sila nakatira, di ba?
Actually, Your Honor, since July 12, after the OSAA requested us for police assistance.
Hmm.
In fact, there were around 8 places where our stations personnel accompanied the USA agents to enforce the arrest order.
Mhm.
And it so happened only one was taken into custody, si Nancy Gamo. So yun po.
Mhm.
After that, Your Honor, our directives is consistently to monitor them. When we talk about monitoring, of course, it is, we can always say that it is not a 24 hours because we are only responding to the arrest order given by the Senate, and it is the USAA has all the circumstances of mandate, and we are just extending police assistance. But nonetheless, Your Honor, given that monitoring, it is true that we have not monitored when we talk about how they left. We only gather reports based on intelligence on other agencies, Your Honor, just for us to be able to get this breakthrough in having this information on the arrest of the two respondents, Your Honor.
Just to clarify, Madam Chair, so nag-casing po kayo dun sa farm?
When we talk about monitoring, Your Honor, it is more on a plain part of the patrol operations, Your Honor.
Patrol operations.
Yes,
So nobody's actually looking the possibility that they are there.
Yes, Your Honor.
Oo.
More
Kasi I wanted to make that clarification kasi parang binabanggit niyo ho kanina whether you believe or not yung statements made by Miss Sheila Go. So right now, do you have any doubts na hindi sila galing sa farm?
I believe hindi sila galing sa farm, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you.
Salamat, SP Pro Temp.
Follow
Oh,
up
I'm
lang.
sorry,
Yeah, follow up lang.
a follow-up question.
Thank
But just before the SP Pro Temp's follow-up question, tama po yung sinabi nila, July, at sinabi din ni General Salvador, July 11 pa lang, may warrant na po mula dito sa Senado. And sa kabila nung salamat sa mga tulong ng PNP sa OSAA na talagang hindi tumigil i-assert yung kapangyarihan ng Senado, isa lamang ang naaresto, and until now, wala pa pong maayos na paliwanag. Teorya, no? Mula conclusive na explanation paano siya nakaalis. So, SP Pro Temp and then dadako na ako kay Miss Sheila.